Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first look at The Troop, a game that supposedly is coming out sometime this year, but I don't see a release date for it. There's a demo currently available, and that's what we're going to take a look at here today, with what seems to be 3 tutorial missions, and 2 missions as the British one to attack and defend after the start of D-Day. It's good to see you all here. I think this game's quite interesting looking, and seems to be kind of a weird, I don't know. It's definitely a little bit more than your standard turn-based game. There's a little bit more flair to it than that, and there's some really good artwork and art style to it. I took a look at this game a while ago, as it was in a demo, I think earlier this year, or perhaps late last year, and what I see here is primarily the same, but I think they're trying to include a little bit more polish on the demo before what hopefully is a pending release that'll be out soon. Well, anyway, thanks again for smashing the like and subscribing to the channel for World War II content. We'll go ahead and take a brief look at Crossroads as the British try to capture the hedgerows around the large city in which they're going to eventually defend that area too. I don't exactly know where they are, but somewhere in France around D-Day, where they then need to secure Crossroads and then defend against a German counterattack, as they'll obviously bring their panzers to try to counterattack as well. Alright, let's jump in and see how it is. Okay, so it's Chapter 4, Crossroads. So not one of the first missions, but a few missions in.
Crossroads is the perfect spot for an ambush. The enemy will certainly be covering the main road.
Alright, let's go get them. Okay, so there's a hell of a lot of tutorial tips and whatnot in here, and it's really more for if you're not familiar with turn-based games, but also a lot of where to find your typical things in a game such as this. For example, your ability to determine where line of sight is with your LOS tool here in the corner. So, for example, if we're wondering what will be the view if we move one of our tanks up to the crossroads, you can see where we can clearly see enemy units and where we cannot, so that type of thing. Alright, now I can recall playing this mission before. I think the Germans have a half-track somewhere, and there's probably some PaK-40s or PaK-38s along the road too. So we'll go ahead and just take a little jump forward here with our tanks and see how things are. Let's go ahead and push forward. And of course we can click again to skip all this, so if you're in a hurry you can just, click that way and your units will quickly move. We have ourselves some Stuart tanks here, and some Sherman Mark IIs here as well, so you can see the morale and different types of options to repair or bail out, or to even, I think, fire machine gun, repair machine gun, or MP? Wait, I don't know what that means. GP, MP, I'm not sure. Alright, well let's go ahead and move forward with all of our tanks. I want to see these animations, though. Oh, we can also reverse, too. Let's go out to the road with the Stuart here. Very nice. Now, we'll have to see if our troops can also travel on the tanks as well. That would be certainly helpful to push a unit up to Crossroads and then have them bail out and then secured further down the road. We may take some losses here. We'll be playing this somewhat rushed, as I also want to play the other campaign mission, too, all at one time. So we'll see how things play out here as we push our infantry forward. Okay, now we've got our second one moving forward. So it looks like infantry squads are in groups of 3, and these troops are armed with rifles. Okay, so we have riflemen, LMG, SMG, rifles. So we just need to really read what each of these units has, so that way we bring the right tool to the job, so to speak. We also have grenades at our disposal too, so if we happen to find some Jerry's on the other side of these hedgerows, we'll be ready for them. Alright, let's push in. Alright, so our troops are closing in on that crossroads. So it looks like these are the number of units that the Germans may have too. I would assume by destroying an enemy unit or by taking one of their positions, that might be devastating to their morale. Let's go ahead and end our turn here and see what happens. So the enemy takes their turn and calculates their moves. The Germans are more of an ambush position right now. Oh, we got tracked, half-tracks. We've got 30 turns to eliminate enemy morale. I guess what you could kind of do in these types of games, too, is a little cheesy. You could try to, rush a tank up to the front line, find out where the enemy units are, lose the tank, and then know where they are for the next playthrough. That's definitely something you could do. Unit has performed final actions. Okay. And these are all Sherman Mark IIs here, right?
Receiving.
Yes, they are. Okay. So we got 3 Shermans and a Stuart. We'll keep our tanks pushing through the field then. So with 30 turns, we better play quickly. So let's see if we can go kill some. Let's go kill some crowds.
Receiving.
Okay, advance.
On the move.
There we go. All right, so far so good. No real sign of enemy units. Got a Bren carrier here, a universal carrier.
On our way.
There we go.
Reporting.
And our Steward here, let's see what he's exposed to. Just a little bit up the crossroads, basically. Okay. Alright. Well, we still need to force the enemy to retreat. I'm sure that we'll get units in this game, such as, I'm sure we'll get mortar units and maybe flamethrowers. Some other weapons that were utilized. Was this a 4-man squad? Oh, finally we see a 4-man squad. Yeah, I clicked on them before. We can also see the number and information here on the left side, so the enemy can't see them. Here's their health, that type of thing. How many units are in the squad. Alright, enemy turn. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got a pack. Is that a pack 38 there? Oh, finally. Okay. That was really good. We didn't even see their unit even after we moved up close to it. So when units are in a concealed position, they can really be hard to detect. We can aim our turret here and fire. And let's see. Unit is what? Turning the turret is the exact same as. Oh, that's interesting. Turning the turret is the exact same as actually moving around. Interesting. Also, another handy little thing down here to be able to move between your units. Let's overwhelm that AT gun, though. And I can't quite tell what that is. Is that a pack 40 or 38? I think it's a 38. Pack. I can click on it, but it won't tell me exactly what it is. I'm fairly certain, though, that it's a pack 38. It doesn't appear to be a pack 40. It's a little smaller than that.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go ahead and continue our advance. Now, in the second mission, we'll be defending an area like this. It may even be the same area against a German counterattack. So, I'm not sure if the mission here allows us to capture enemy equipment. For example, we could have easily sneak... If we are sneaky enough, we could probably get some troops to go this way, around this house, and then grenade the back of that AT gun and or engage the crew, which then would allow us to capture the weapon if we needed to and use it against the Germans.
Yes, sir.
We're going to make that our mission for this purpose, is just quickly capture the AT gun and see what happens. Now, the Germans also have half-tracks and other infantry that'll move around, as well as, I believe, a small tank or something like that. Oh, we have a unit that's dead here. Wait, is that a Panzerschreck? And there it goes again.
Sir, they've taken out our gun.
Okay, let's see, what do we have here? Kind of hard to identify what we might be facing in these woods. Yeah, we can click on enemy units and can't quite tell. We know that there's an enemy position. I guess that's somewhat realistic, too. Like, we were fired at probably by a Panzer Schreck, our tank here. Taking some pretty cool damage, too. Like, look at that. You see some of the wheels knocked out. Although it seems like it could still run.
Receiving.
Oh, it's suppressed right now, but yes. So we have the ability to fire back after being suppressed.
Yes, sir.
So we might be able to take that unit out. Now, let's see. Let's aim our turret over that away. And see if we can fire there. Nice. It's a pretty small grove. I feel like we'd be able to hit something if we knew it was in the center there with a small HE round and some machine gun fire. Could cause some damage. Alright, let's rush that gun. Now, obviously, what we should be doing here is we should be going very slow, having the tanks line up and being escorted by infantry first so we can find AT positions. So the infantry should be going up here first to this position. I would have also probably sent infantry up this road first and then into this field, not down here, which could have been a mistake if there was a machine gun, but for the most part it seems like everything would have worked out. So I just wanted to destroy this gun, and then we'll see what it's like to defend too. The art style looks great though, the music's good. There's like a little bit of jittery lag between all the different commands and such. Oh, nice! That's sweet. That's a Stug, is that a Stug 3G? Damn. Alright, so they've definitely got a tank. Very cool. Oh, this mission's going to be a hell of a lot harder than I recall. Oh, look at these screenshots and stuff. Very cinematic engagements. That's awesome. Good fire and smoke. Really cool stuff. AT gun. Oh, that's a Pac 40 for sure there. Hit front deflected. That's... Is it Pac 40? Oh, I'm still doubtful, but whatever. Regardless.
With each unit eliminated, the enemy loses some morale. If their morale reaches 0, they will retreat and be defeated. The same, however, applies to you.
Yeah, the same applies to us too. Yeah, if we take enough enemy unit kills or losses, then it's going to be bad times for us. So we've already had one tank damage, one destroyed in a really cool explosion. That's awesome. Very nicely modeled units. There is just a little bit of lag between movement and such. And I have a pretty beefy PC, so it shouldn't be anything like that. But hopefully optimization's the next major thing, as we are mostly stationary. Nice. AT gun destroyed at point blank. Pretty close anyway. So then the Germans lose morale just like we do. Now, I don't know if these units, and I hope this would be the case, units that you make veteran or gain XP, or units that you may lose or possibly gain if you were able to link up with another squad, if that's the mission. It'd be cool if they were able to link over to the next mission as well. So the map here is fairly small, but you can see all the devastation in just this very tiny area. It's like pack guns probably all over this crossroad then, and then we've already started to engage two Stug 3Gs, which are really good tank destroyers. It's going to be quite difficult for us to take those out with the Shermans, because we got to get awfully close. So we'd have to outmaneuver them. We'd have to probably move up this way and swing behind, but that is devastatingly difficult because of all the possibilities for machine guns and narrow areas for fire. So we'd be moving through these areas primarily. And I don't think Allied tanks are able to cut through the hedgerows. You know, if you think of games like Company Heroes, you could usually just cut right through a hedgerow and make a new path. And it does look like we were able to do that with this tank here, where we moved through it, but it doesn't seem like the infantry can come along too. Let's go ahead and fire again. Seems like we might be aimed one unit behind the actual unit there, but still I'd argue that the HE should do some splash damage for surrounding areas. Pretty damn cool though, good music, and I like how the ground and stuff looks as well. It's very on par for almost looking like Metawar Assault Squad or Call to Arms, but in a turn-based strategy style. I like it. Alright, let's jump over to the next mission and see a little bit more about that one. Alright, so on to the final mission available in the 3 training missions, and then of course the previous mission having some tank action in it, although this one says first meeting with legendary Panzers, so we'll be facing more Panzer III, Panzer IV, possibly Panthers and Tigers and Bears, oh my, but the previous mission having those Stug 3s and also Pac 38s and 40s that are pretty damn powerful too. We'll try to play this one a little bit more strategically, but again, remember, you can always download this one for free too and give it a shot. I think I actually am really enjoying this one in terms of the kind of the balance between both turn-based and also, yeah, it feels almost RTS because, you know, even though you're doing things in a turn-base, it definitely does play out like how any other strategy would in an RTS game for the most part. Alright, let's jump in to Here They Come. Let's go. Chapter 5, Here They
Deploy your
Come.
forces ready to engage the enemy tanks. You have a pair of self-propelled guns at your disposal to help even the odds.
Some self-propelled guns. So this is more details and tips about OS. So that way we can set up our guns properly. Oh, I see what they mean. They're talking about these lovely tank destroyers. I see. So we got, I think these are M10s. Or no, those are...
Yes, sir.
Oh, they are, yeah. M10s. 3-inch self-propelled M10.
Receiving.
Sherman Mark IIIs.
Reporting.
Times 3. Okay, and then no infantry, though. Alright, this will be primarily a tank battle. And the areas where the enemy may be approaching from are marked here. This map looks pretty similar to the previous one, but just slightly a different angle or location, but pretty much in the same area. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get some tank throwers on the road then. So this is our deployment phase, which means that we get to place these anywhere we want, I believe. So we can relocate to any of these predetermined locations to ambush. Well, there'd be some pretty narrow ambushes here. Go ahead and put one of our tank destroyers there and rotate this direction. That's nice. Very nice. Now, as I mentioned before, Men of War Assault Squad is a game that we played a lot like this too, where defenses are the kind of the more creme de la creme. They're the more exciting thing as you're preparing to see if your defense can hold against that's going to be attacking shortly. So that's pretty exciting. Let's see. I think I like the idea of being on the road, but alright, let's try to keep two tanks together over here. We'll keep a tank destroyer there.
Yes, sir.
And we'll keep this tank next to him. No infantry support, though. Well, actually, there is in the house there, but I'm assuming that's probably an objective to hold that as an HQ.
Yes, sir.
So let's take a look at our guns here. So yeah, the gameplay here is quite. I don't want to say simple, but it seems very straightforward for the infantry and such. It's not overcomplicated, and it's if you played RTS or a first-person shooter before, you'll know exactly what's up. So they've done a good job of making it simple yet effective to set up things and actually get into the game. It's good. One thing I would like to see, though, is reinforcements. If we could maybe call out reinforcements throughout a battle or do objectives that allow us to, for example, if we clear a crossroad that's being defended by the Germans, then by doing that, we get like plus 1 tank or 2 infantry squads or something like that as part of a story for, allowing them to move forward. Alright, the Germans are opening their hatches, probably giving us, or them, bonus to see us. It looks like
are already close. Your recon team has sighted some already from its vantage point in the farmhouse.
Oh, the recon team's in the farmhouse there, okay. So, we've got 3 Panzer IVs, 2 of which are going to the right side. Are these G's and H's, or does it differentiate? Can't really, I wish I could see a little bit more detail about the German tanks. Especially to identify what they were specifically, just so I could confirm it, though I'm pretty sure that's what they are. Well, I think we'll just hold the line here. Is there any way we can entrench or anything? I guess we're going to take this one on the nose.
Receiving.
One more tank could come from the left, but let's go ahead and advance to the road here just a little bit.
On the move.
There we go, and we'll aim our turret. Getting ready for the fun. No visible unit. The tile does not contain a visible unit. Aim at the tile anyway, yes. I'm anticipating him possibly moving there before he sees our other tank. But it looks like we can just end the turn since we're in defense. They have to come to us. So, and it looks like this tank's actually concealed behind the tree. Yeah, hidden. Both of these, actually. Wow, that small brush line is enough to hide those. I don't think so. Maybe the M10 from one of the tanks because of the tree there, but okay. Take a look at the LOS tool, though. Yeah, I guess fair enough. There's the lots of hedgerows and such in front of them. Alright, Germans are now moving their Panzer IVs forward. He's scanning with his turret. Oh, they're both pointing to the... Uh-oh. Ooh, nice, a grazing shot right next to us. Wait, did that tank hightail it out of there and go that way? No, we have 3 tanks on the right side, though.
Yes, sir.
Not so much for that ambush. Let's go ahead and get our M10 in place.
On our way.
Unit has performed its final action. Okay, so when a unit moves to position, it might not be able to rotate in the same turn. So that's something to consider. We're not able to aim at that tank either. I'm going to move here on the side of this shed.
Receiving.
I was expecting for this unit to be facing this way too.
On the move.
But it takes another turn to do so. Okay. Alright, so lots to learn by just going right into getting right into the action. But the tutorials, with there being multiple tutorials, they must cover a hell of a lot of information.
Yes, sir.
Obviously regarding all the gameplay and stuff. And that's great. That's exactly what you want. Let's see, I'm going to try to move forward here and see if we can pop this one tank on the left side here. Or I guess his right side. Ooh, the enemy has a lot more morale than us too, so we need to make sure we don't lose anything. I think each one of these might be an individual tank. I don't think they have any higher values for the... If for example, if there happens to be a command tank on the field. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. It's a little annoying not being able to see
Penetrating shots
what
can
that tank
damage
is.
tanks and kill crew, reducing the unit's effectiveness.
And there was a big tree in the way. There was no way we were going to see that. Oh, so even more
Having
tanks
one
are
of your
riding.
tanks knocked out reduces your morale significantly. You may wish to bail out a crew and get them to safety rather than suffer a knockout.
Ah, so if we have a crew bail out and get to another vehicle, the veterancy is more important than the vehicle. That's good. Okay. %57 chance. Let's fire.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna have this tank here. Unfortunately, 2 tanks are there now, so that's gonna be bad times. I wish we would be able to get some anti-tank guns as well to go into ambushing. I really wanted to see how that would work. Let's back ourselves into this corner, though. We should be able to reverse
On our way.
that direction. Perfect. These tanks can see us here, but what did that say? May turn turret towards top, but cannot aim at it directly. There we go. That's a much cooler animation. Very nice. No hit, but I like the animations there. The camera angle and stuff for that looks good. Very good.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's get our tank to rotate here.
On our way.
So we'll have to defend this farmhouse from the enemy.
Reporting.
We'll just kind of keep aiming towards
Yes, sir.
wherever the enemy may come from. And we'll end our turn again. We really need the Germans just to be in a more presentable area for us to fire at. Like, for example, there, just a moment ago, he was reversing with this side exposed. Look at that. The Germans doing a fantastic job of angling their armor. I don't like that, though. Can't see what's going on there.
He's knocked out.
Very nice. Good explosions. Damn, that's really cool animations,
He's knocked
man.
out.
Okay, this mission's gonna be no joke. I
Your men
expected it
can
to be...
take no more and must be pulled out. They fought well, but
Wow,
cannot
really?
work miracles. You must be more careful. Their fates are in your hands.
That's an incredibly challenging mission then. Only 2 losses and we're completely wiped out. I wonder if eliminating enemy forces gives us more morale too. But again, this is just kind of a first look to say, hey, this game is out, and to be aware of it. That's delightful that this is going to be somewhat challenging, but also it's not a massive slog to get into. It seems, of course, coming down to more of the RNG. I like it. Now, this game is definitely a delight, and for all of the turn-based strategy games out there, I think the ones I really enjoy the most are kind of the more tactical ones. Grand Strategy is totally fantastic. Games like, for example, Hearts of Iron and other games such as Unity of Command, but The Troop is a game that really reminds me of a little bit more of a Men of War Assault Squad style battle in a smaller, maybe a smaller part of a beach on D-Day, or like a small farm or a small town, that type of thing, with kind of what seems to be like Band of Brothers level combat, but with tanks and such. The 3 tutorial missions allow you to learn the basics of infantry combat, the basics of heavy weaponry gunnery, and then of course fire maneuver with tanks, and then of course the 2 missions in which we saw with the infantry, and the final one with the legendary panzers. That's going to be badass. I don't have all the time in the world with all these games coming out to, you know, master this one and become good for this playthrough, but I think this is definitely a game that I'm going to check out again when it's released sometime in 2021. At least that's what it says, but I'm thinking maybe next year. I don't know. I've seen nothing else from this game at all. So anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Have a fantastic afternoon, good evening, good night. Download the demo today. It is free, and I would like to see what you can do. Go ahead and tweet at me and send me all your screenshots of completing this one with no losses or whatnot on the Discord. Links down below in the description. Welcome again to all the new members. People spamming that join button like crazy. Become a member. Jump on that Discord. Plenty of giveaways and such and more for all of you awesome supporters. So thanks again for subscribing, hanging out, and just being amazing. Let me know some of your favorite tanks by the way of World War II down below in the comments section, and let me know what other real-time strategy and or turn-based strategy games you'd love to see me take a look at. And if you're more of a first-person shooter type person, I think you'll definitely enjoy this game as well if you're enjoying Postscriptum or Hell Let Loose. Alright guys, I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching The Troop. See you soon.